The footage depicts Gillian walking north on Sydney Road at a location not far south of Hope Street. The footage also depicts 6 other people at varying times in that small time of the footage walking along Sydney Road, and we're appealing for anyone that was there on that evening to contact Crime Stoppers. We're interested in talking to anyone that was in the Sydney Road area in the early hours of Saturday morning that may have seen Gillian, or indeed anyone that knows who the people in the footage are. We're particularly interested in talking to a man in a blue top that's depicted in the footage who appears to be talking to Gillian. If anyone knows anything or they think they can assist in this investigation, we urge them to contact Crime Stoppers. Investigators are continuing to work through a large amount of CCTV footage. We're also conducting other inquiries and investigations. We currently have around the 140 calls to Crime Stoppers, which we need to scrutinise thoroughly. And we will provide updates as they come to hand and they assist in our investigation. Gillian went missing in the early hours of Saturday morning. We now know she left Bar Etiquette at around about 1:33. She appears to have crossed the road from the east side of Sydney Road to the west side and then started to walk north in Sydney Road. The footage is taken from a shop south of Hope Street. At this stage, we don't know what happened to Gillian after that point. So around 1:43 is the last confirmed sighting we have of Gillian. Any questions?
How convinced are you that that man in the blue hoodie knows either what happened to Gillian or was actively involved?
We don't know. What we're appealing for today is for anyone in that footage that we've just seen to contact Crime Stoppers. We don't know what they know, but they certainly have passed Gillian at the last moment that we've got some confirmed sighting of her. Well, we're very keen to talk to that man in the hoodie. There may be a rational explanation as to what's happened, but he certainly could help us.
Does his behaviour suggest that you need to speak to him about what may have taken place?
What we're saying today, and the reason we've released the CCTV footage, is we need to talk to all those people in that CCTV frame. There are a total of 7 people depicted in the footage over a very short period of time, including Gillian. We need to talk to all those people in an attempt to find out what's happened to Gillian.
Have you had an opportunity to show that footage, either Jill's husband or her friends and colleagues who were with her that night to either identify that man?
No, we haven't had that opportunity. We've spent the evening and this morning reviewing all that material, and as you can see, there's a lot of information in there, particularly in the way of passing traffic in the background. There is a tram that goes north in Sydney Road at around about that time. However, Mr. Meagher has been advised that we will be releasing the footage.
Will you see that before the end of the day?
We certainly will.
Do you believe the bag that she's carrying is the bag that was found in the laneway?
We believe so.
Does that firm up in how you approach this investigation?
Well, it continues to give us focus to the laneway, and we believe the bag is a crucial piece of evidence.
Does that rule out the fact it may have been planted?
Well, we're still pursuing that as a line of inquiry, so we're not able to say specifically whether the bag was planted, removed, or whether it was missed by an initial search.
Can you tell on the footage it appears like she's lifted her hand up to her face? Is she going on her phone? Is that what you suspect she's doing?
We think she's holding her phone, and it's possible that she's either about to phone or is phoning someone.
What would you say by this is the absolute last time you've got vision of Jill?
We've got no further vision of Jill at this stage, but however, we continue to review CCTV footage.
Have you found or recovered, or are you looking through any CCTV seized from north of Hope Street?
We have certainly done that, and we haven't been able to identify any vision of Jill in that footage.
Which may suggest she turned at Hope Street.
Correct.
Considering that she is on the phone almost directly after the footage stops, is there a chance that she knows this man?
Well, we don't know. That's what we need to find out. We don't know whether she knows the man. It appears to be a casual conversation struck by looking at the footage, but we don't know.
Would you hazard a description? Can you get an idea of height?
Now, I'm not in a position to give a description. We've put the footage out on the basis that somebody may know the people in the footage, and we're hoping that those people will come forward, or indeed somebody that knows them will come forward.
At this point in time, what are your fears for Jill?
We hold grave concerns for Jill.
Is it growing?
Well, she hasn't been heard of since the early hours of Saturday morning, and it's now Wednesday. She hasn't accessed her bank records since that time. There's been no word from her mobile phone, and with all the media coverage on this, we do hold great concerns for her welfare.
Have you managed to recover any other property belonging to her?
No.
Are there any physical traces on the handbag? Have you got any results back from the testing on that?
No, we're still undergoing forensic testing on the handbag, and we'll continue to pursue that. I will say that we are adopting a methodical approach to this investigation. We need to get it right. We need to make sure that everything we do is appropriate and that it gives us the best possible evidence, because ultimately we want to find out what happened to Jill.
What was the purpose of going to the house yesterday on 2 occasions?
Well, the house in Lux Way, if that's what you're referring to, we went there with forensic specialists as part of a routine search. We took away some items, which I'm not going to go into, again as part of our routine inquiries. And as I said, this is part of our approach to be methodical, to make sure we miss nothing, and to ensure that we can explain what happened to Jill.
Is there any significance though that you went there twice?
No.
Have you ruled anyone out as a suspect?
We've ruled no one out, but I will say we have no suspects at this time.
Have you established Mr. Maher was home at the time this happened?
At this particular time, we believe he was home. He later identified that his wife hadn't returned. He attempted to contact her, and then he went out to search for her.
There's a security camera in the foyer of their apartment. Have you had a look at that, and does it show him leaving to go and look for her?
We've looked at a lot of footage. I'm not going to go into specifics, but we certainly have looked at footage, yes.
Does it show him leaving?
I'm not going to go into specifics about Mr. Maher, but I will say Mr. Maher is not being treated in any way as a suspect.
It doesn't show her arriving at her home.
She doesn't arrive at her home, no.
No further questions?
And just to confirm the timeline, so that was 1:43 she was last seen. She was on the phone from 1:43 to about 1:45
Correct.
with the brother.
Mm.
And when was the first phone call that the husband attempted to contact her? Around 2 a.m. or something?
Now, Mr. Maher was making a number of phone calls